Now here's something that you were probably never taught in Sunday school class. Jesus warned his followers that some would be arrested and tried before local courts, while still others would stand trial before governors and kings so that they could encounter the gospel. Sounds like a very unorthodox evangelistic approach. From our human perspective, we would think that it would serve the gospel better if people were free to move about and evangelize rather than being locked away in a prison cell. Yet, God's ways are not our ways. You see, back then, the upper strata of society, the cultural elites, they lived far more distinct and cut off lives from the regular, everyday person than even our cultural elites today. So, how would the gospel, a grassroots, bottom-up religious movement of the people, be able to penetrate that glass ceiling? Well, what better way than to have those people oversee the trial of someone who was arrested for being a Christian? Back then, governors and even kings were involved in important court cases. And so, in theory at least, they needed to be well informed about the defendant's case. And when it came to a Christian being on trial, they needed to know exactly what Christianity was all about. And we can see that displayed in the life of the Apostle Paul, who, because of false accusations, was arrested and spent several years in prison in Israel, and during that time stood on trial before two Roman governors, Felix and Festus, along with a visiting king by the name of King Agrippa. Yet perhaps most extraordinary of all was when Paul, a Roman citizen, appealed to have his case heard before none other than Caesar, the most important man in the Roman Empire. You can read all about those amazing events by reading the last 6 chapters of the book of Acts. Who would have thought that a prison cell would serve as a pulpit to world leaders? Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next Thursday.